Hi, welcome to This Week in Ames. In today's show, we check in with Ames Electric Services. My guest today is Don Combe, Director of Ames Electric Services. Don, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's been a busy last couple of weeks for Ames Electric Services. You're kind of everywhere. Tell me a little bit about what you've been out doing.
Well, in the community, we recently had the Home and Garden Show. That was last weekend, so City of Ames Electric and Water were all out at that, had a booth, had a great attendance until the game started, and then it kind of quieted down, but after the game, then it picked up again.
Yeah, that really was a fun thing. First time for the Home and Garden Show, and I'm sure we'll see that back in town. You also had hosted a really exciting speaker.
Yes, our URAB board, which is the advisory board to electric, we had a representative from Cedar Falls Utilities come in, and last weekend then she spoke to the audience and to the URAB board about their solar project.
Yeah, very exciting. Community solar project, something that is generating some buzz here in Ames, and I'm sure we'll hear more about that in the weeks to come.
Yep. Shortly after that, then Trent Rice wanted to talk about solar, so then we got on KASI and talked about solar there too.
Well, I'm glad you're hitting all the media outlets and not just my show.
Sure.
Also, Ames Day at the Capitol.
Ames Day at the Capitol was on Tuesday, and we had excellent turnout for that. A lot of people stopped by our booth, and not only ours, but other businesses from Ames were there. The Ames Convention and Visitors Bureau was there, Chamber of Commerce, and Hickory Park, and a lot of people.
Really a nice event to showcase all that Ames has to offer. I know that we focus a lot on sustainability and conservation efforts with smart water, smart watersheds, smart energy, but a lot of good messaging there as well.
Now there's a very good, exciting thing. Our 6th annual Eco Fair is coming up too.
Well, we wouldn't want to miss that. Tell me about the Eco Fair.
Well, on April 2nd, again this year, we're going to have our 6th annual Eco Fair. It seems like only yesterday when we kind of started this. And it's an opportunity. It's held at City Hall on the 2nd from 10 until 2 in the not only the gym, but then also the auditorium. It keeps expanding. And we'll have booths set up by virtually every department within the city, public works and water and resource recovery.
We have the police department that comes, the bookmobile.
Absolutely. Fire department.
Firefighters
yep.
come as well. It really is a showcase.
Yep. And so that's going to be happening. And then we also have a lot of vendors that come and talk about sustainability. I know plants, little dinky plants will be given, I shouldn't say dinky, but little small plants, starter plants that you could use will be given away for free.
There's a kids area.
Oh, definitely a kids area. Popcorn, and we're going to have cookies, something to drink.
Well, of course, we'll have Ames' great, refreshing water to drink.
Absolutely, and after the popcorn, you're going to need a little of the water. So
it really is a fun event. I understand this year there's going to be a display of electric cars.
Absolutely. We talked to a couple of people here in the city that said, hey, you know, with sustainability, what about electric vehicles?
And when you say city, this was actually a private citizen that came forward with the idea.
Yes, and so we're going to kind of tag on with him, or he's tagging on with us. So just outside the entrance to the auditorium, or excuse me, off of the gymnasium, will be a display of some of the electric cars that are in the area.
Now, some electric cars look very similar to regular cars, and most people have seen a Prius, which is a hybrid, even maybe a Nissan Leaf. It sounds like he might have a couple of other brands that are kind of exciting.
I have heard the word Tesla.
I know, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe.
So I'm looking forward to seeing the Tesla, and they'll be in and around where the entrance is. So I would encourage people to go over there and take a look at those too.
So as part of the Eco Fair, and as you mentioned, this is the 6th annual, but it had started out, it has much deeper roots as the Energy Fair. I think it's the 16th year of the Energy Fair. You talk a lot about things specific to the electric department, such as the smart energy rebates and educational programs.
Since 2007, Ames City Council has allowed us to encourage people to use our energy more wisely. So we have energy audits that we would encourage any homeowner to go out and get if they haven't had one in their home.
So you just sign up for one?
Just sign up. It costs nothing, and you typically get some good ideas on how to save energy in your home.
Somebody comes to your house.
Somebody physically comes to your house, and some of the older homes, they'll do what's called a blower door test, where they put put something over one of your doors and literally look to see how the air moves, if you have good insulation, if your house is well sealed, or if it kind of leaks. Could save you some money if they find something and you get it fixed. Beyond the home energy audit, then anything from lighting rebate, we're really encouraged with the energy savings of these new LED light bulbs.
Yeah.
Even more efficient than compact fluorescents, way more efficient than the incandescents. And I know I've put them in my home, and I can see the difference that it makes on my electric bill.
Yeah, those LEDs have really come along. They're coming down in price. We still we offer a rebate on them, and I find them to be much more user friendly than the CFLs. They don't take a minute to warm up. They're kind of instant on. Really nice light bulbs.
Yeah, very, very good. And that's lighting, and then obviously we have rebates on appliances. So if you're going out and you're looking for a new appliance, I would encourage people to look at the energy use, not just the initial purchase of it, but if it's a unit that's more efficient down the road, we offer a rebate, and that helps you not only in the short run, but it helps you in the long run, that you're using less energy every time you wash your clothes or wash your dishes and things like that.
Well, you think about something like a refrigerator that is basically on 24/7. Why not use that incentive to bump up to the Energy Star product?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the other one that I really like is, now that it's starting to feel a little bit warmer out, is the high efficiency air conditioner rebate. I'm to the point where, oh boy, my air conditioner is just kind of hanging on by a thread. And tell me a little bit about this rebate.
Okay, well, it's amazing how the efficiency in air conditioners have changed even in the last 5 years. Things that were, I'll call it state of the art even a couple of years ago, are less efficient than the standard models that they're coming out with now. What we look for in that is it's a terminology called the SEER rating, and that's the higher the SEER rating, the more efficient it is. And anytime a customer puts in a air conditioner with a SEER rating of 15 or higher, we offer a rebate, and that rebate is based on how much higher than 15 it is, and then the size of the unit.
And of course, there's a payoff, again, for buying the more efficient brand. You get that lower utility bill each month, and so it really is worth it. If you do the math, I think you'll find that taking the rebate and using the more efficient model pays off in the long run.
And if people have questions about our rebate program, Steve Wilson, the energy guy, will be at the Eco Fair. He'll have his own booth. We're going to chain him there, so if anybody wants to come and talk with Steve, he'd be happy to answer any questions that people would have.
Well, Don, I know with all these activities, you're very busy these days, so thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Again, if you'd like more information about the city's annual Eco Fair, that's available on our website. The event is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday, April 2nd at the Community Center Gymnasium, 515 Clark. We hope to see you there. Also remember, we have a calendar and news and all sorts of information on our website for all of our city functions and activities, and it's starting out to be a very busy month. So remember to check our website, cityofames.org. Well, that's our show for today. Thanks for watching, and tune in next week for This Week in Ames.